on your journeys through the Junli jungles, searching for a dwarven mine called Hakhamar in the Mist Cliff Mountains, where you knew that they had mined adamantine. Long the journey has been, but now you have found your way up a steep mountain path, ending in this large 10-foot tall arched doorway beneath a massive relief carving of a crossed hammer and tongs. Two iron doors were fitted to the entrance, but one of those doors lies on the ground, rusted off its hinges, and the other sags so badly it appears as if it could collapse at any moment. Several small outbuildings once stood outside these doors with you, but as you look around, you can see that they have been reduced to their foundations.
Under.
Yes?
The last thing I heard was reduced to their foundations, but it sounded like you cut out at the end.
I did not cut out. That was the end.
Okay. The cutout happened like right at that last letter. I'm like, wait, was there more? Or...
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Well, I assume it looks dark inside, yeah?
Yes.
Grim, could you illuminate the sword?
I cast light on his helmet.
Oh, gee, thanks. Now they know exactly where to shoot me.
One could hope.
Well, at least I won't suffer. And I plunge into the dark.
Okay. I assume you guys are following him?
Oh, wait a little bit. If we don't hear the sounds of combat, we'll follow him.
Yeah, just the echoing footfalls of his greaves on the ground.
Trips on a rock, falls down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, you can see that the rock in this tunnel is well, like it's not masonry, but it is smoothly carved, and it gradually narrows down to till it's just 5 feet wide and 10 feet tall, and the tunnel proceeds in that way, kind of sloping downward very slightly, though occasional like steps where it suddenly like heads down a bit. And it takes you about a half hour. 3/4 of a mile are traversed before you begin to see what looks like a glow up ahead, and you can see the very edge of what look like rail tracks, like minecart tracks, running perpendicular to you.
Oh, yeah. If the party's close, I'll let them know. If they're not too close, I'll just quietly proceed.
Yeah, we'll be right there-ish.
Yeah, so as you get to the bottom of these steps, getting to the rail cars, you can tell there's definitely a glow coming from the two northern passages. Though you can also see that the cart tracks head off to the west, and there is a carved passage out to the east. Aside from the occasional scorch mark on the walls, ground, or ceiling, there is like no like there's not no sounds of fighting or anything like that. There is a sulfurous smell in the air, however.
Does there appear to be any kind of directional airflow down here?
Yes. There is a warm breeze coming out of both the northern entrances, and you can just kind of feel it like it's escaping up out of the stairs that you came down in.
All right.
And it is like that breeze that is carrying the sulfur smell.
In that case, how about I'll lead the party westward?
Okay. You head westward. Well, you follow the tracks then as they curve slightly to the southwest. And it looks like it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. About 60 feet or so before you realize that the tracks keep going, but you could also turn to the north as well. More warm breeze coming out of that northern passage before you.
And is that a full southern corridor I see there?
Yeah, those are the stairs you came down from the surface in.
So I mean, so there's the stairs, and 1, 2, 3, 4 squares to the
I tell y'all
west
what,
of that.
we need to
There's
rest.
that divot. We should be long rested, mister.
Yeah, you guys have had multiple long rests.
Okay, because on my character sheet, I saved it, and I'm at 7 hit points. So, and a level of exhaustion. So,
Yeah, that should all be wiped away.
Okay.
It's been several long rests.
Okay. It's all right.
So it is a passage there to the south, but when you go that way, you can very clearly see it's like a roughed out area where it looks like they like extracted some material, like an ore, perhaps.
Ah, okay. All right.
And I'm updating the map for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you can also see that like to the north, you find the source of that sulfur smell, as you can very clearly see light from a kind of like a gorge of magma on the other side.
To the north?
Yeah, she said you're heading west.
Right. Okay.
Right. So yeah, as you head west, now you see you're on the area to the left of that image, towards the west, where you can clearly see that there is rails continue, but also you could turn to the north. That's as far as your light goes.
All right. Yeah, I'll keep leading the party around the western route, checking out the mining corridors as we get to them.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, just you're in the natural stone cavern part, and the map therefore is annoying.
It's all good.
Yeah, so you keep following it. Another passage opens to the right. Another couple of small openings for ore and other, like it's roughed out. You can even see like a rusted pick here and there. Eventually, the tracks turn to the left, and as you kind of get to the edge, you can see that there's also another set of tracks also heading to the south, but it looks like they also ran parallel to the north around a bend. You can also clearly see like where the two tracks meet up, a pair of dead dwarves.
Oh no!
Ah.
The dwarves look familiar.
I don't think they're us, mister.
Two dead brothers laying there.
Mister, if there were our dwarves, they'd be surrounded by the bones of their slain opponents.
It's very true. They would have fought to the last man.
Are these bodies like fallen naturally, or do they look set out as a lure?
Give me a medicine check.
Good question.
Medicine.
Well, they very clearly did not die of natural causes. The several gaping wounds on them would indicate that. There is like a overturned handcar next to them, so perhaps they just had an accident or the like.
All right.
Oh, you guys know what a handcar is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the flat platform with rail wheels and then
Yeah.
the series of levers that you can both push on to get moving.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Underrated mode of transportation.
Well, there is one that looks like it got like, flew off the rails and crashed near these dead bodies.
Can I put it back on the rails?
Yes.
Awesome.
Are you going to walk up there and do it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk up there.
You have put a handcar in front of me. I have to play with it.
So are you putting it on the tracks that head south and then curve into where you just came from, or the track that runs straight north-south?
The track that we're following.
Yeah, because you can clearly see that track running north-south also runs north and looks like there's like a bridge over the magma and a couple of openings to the left up there.
Alrighty. How rusted does this thing look?
So the superstructure looks somewhat rusted and dented and beat up. But as you're like looking at it, you can actually like smell oil and like it's been maintained. It's just old.
Awesome. So it should move fairly quietly, at least for the pump action. Everyone hop on.
Hops on.
All right.
How about a
We're
good
exploring
old-fashioned
under.
work song?
Gold.
Oh, Camptown Radio.
Get no kick.
Can I cast
from
silence on something that's moving?
champagne.
So which way are you going?
I'm
So,
glad that you caught that
Okay.
reference, Gilbert.
So yeah, you see the tunnel going south as pair tracks. Are you on the eastern or western tracks using this map as a reference?
Eastern.
Okay.
Like,
Left-handed drive people.
look. I was going west, so I'm putting this right on the tracks that I'm following and that
Okay.
I've been following.
Sure.
And we'll go south with them. We're doing the full exploration.
Uh-huh.
We're having a wonderful roller coaster ride. It'll be fun.
So, okay. So you start pumping, and it starts moving and pumping.
We're not
and
actually going to go super fast. We're just going to move.
Well, that was my next question. Was how fast do you wish to go? Because you also
At
notice
a
there's like a
reasonable
slight
speed.
incline down. A
At
reasonable
a
speed.
reasonable speed, and we're going to ride that brake.
Okay. So it's like
Find out it doesn't have a brake.
I
No,
want to
it
go
has a
on
break.
record as saying
It has a
that
break.
This is a very
No,
bad
I
idea,
know.
but
so,
Mr. Grimm sabotages the brake
so if I have
signs.
this right, Hebron is sitting like crouched down, one hand moving the pump up and down, the other if you see that image, there's the little pull up brake mechanism.
I was thinking more Mr. Grimm would be on the brakes, but sure.
Well, I'm asking
I'm
you guys
strong
how you're
enough to
doing
pump.
this. This is the platform this is on is large enough to have like 4 people on. Now,
I'm just along for the ride.
all right.
Mr. Grimm, you're on brakes.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you proficient in vehicles, Hebron?
Nay.
Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna need like just a straight athletics check from you, like strength athletics. As you start pumping this, you keep moving. You don't pump super hard, so you don't start flying down the tracks. But you're making a good clip. How fast, like when you say you don't want to go that fast, how fast do you want to go?
Just a bit faster than walking.
Oh, okay. So you want to be barely moving on this. Got it.
I want to go wee. I'm gonna help. We're gonna go faster. Gotta go
Okay.
fast.
Okay. We'll go at a reasonable jog. A
brisk
good jog.
pace.
A brisk pace. By pedestrian standards.
How many feet per 6 seconds do you want to travel?
50. Mister, believe me, I want to go full tilt on this thing, but you know it's going to end not in a jump over lava, but in a straight shot into lava.
Okay. So you're going, this tunnel is just like a straight shot, right? Like just got a slight down tilt, but whoever carved and laid this tracks, they were going for like efficiently moving ore about. So it's moving.
Oh, yeah.
It's moving. A few minutes go by. You're occasionally giving it a pump to keep it going. But really, just the rolling friction plus just the fact it's on a slight downhill means that you really don't need to work that hard. And you are, with that 11, just coordinated enough to not just like immediately cause this thing to derail. So you're going at like 50 feet around. Just like you wanted.
Awesome.
And what's your passive perception?
My passive is 16.
Okay. Let's see. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. So you're going, and all of a sudden you realize that what you thought at first was just like a rocky outcropping on the side of the tunnel, is in fact moving, and it's a creature. It's a big creature. And if you would like, somebody doesn't really like all 3 of you could reach it, but somebody needs to make a strength saving throw if you don't want to hit this thing with the cart going at 50 feet around.
Not it.
I'll do it. But do we want to hit this thing, or do we want to not hit this thing?
We're not going fast enough to do any damage.
All right, I shall make the strength save.
Okay.
Dude, I said go really fast, then we could have rammed it, but we're barely moving.
Yeah, so you literally reach down, throw the brake. There's this loud, high-pitched squealing sound, sparks flying from the wheels. This creature immediately turns towards you guys with this very angry, insectoid face as you come to a stop 30 feet away from it.
Okay, so you
Roll
suck,
initiative.
and so you suck again, and oh my god, a sandworm.
Who sucks again?
I'm a paladin. You do.
What?
You're just a basement fighter.
Well, someone's asking to get pushed off the cart at high speed.
I know, right?
Yeah, well, we'll
I
put
shouldn't
we'll put
taunt you, man,
Giuseppe
with
on
the
the
highest
front
player
end.
kill count, but it's so much fun.
All right, well, Giuseppe, what do you do? The carts come to a stop. This angry worm, which by the way is a large glass creature, is just like very clearly pissed off that not only have you intruded in its home, you made this really loud racket.
I step off the cart kind of away and point at Hebron. He did it.
Okay. All
And,
right. So you step onto the other tracks.
yeah, I'm gonna move away from this thing. I want to get me at least 10 feet. How far are we from it right now? Actually,
30 feet.
Oh well, shit. Okay, well then I can shoot from with a crossbow from this distance. I mean, with a bow from this distance. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot with a bow. I'm not going up there to it because I'm not gonna be the first one to get into melee with that thing. Because no. So I'm just gonna shoot it with a bow.
Okay. Roll to hit. That will hit him.
I mean, this is probably just gonna piss it off. It's like shooting a bear with birdshot. But I mean, I got max damage, but still.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it did a decent amount of damage to him, blood spurting out. Anything else?
No.
All right, Grim.
Hmm. 30 feet away, you said?
Yes.
Oh, hmm. 'Sacred Flame, deck save.
Okay. I think he failed.
That definitely fails. 8 radiant.
Uh-huh.
And then I will cast Spiritual Weapon. Attack it.
All right. Little spiritual weapon appears next to it.
And it goes bonk. "14 force damage."
That bloodies him.
And then I back up 30 feet.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Well, let's see. Does it go after Hebron? Or... Oh.
You cut out.
Well, the monster basically set aside between Hebron on the cart or Giuseppe, who actually hit him with a crossbow, and he's going for Giuseppe.
As one does.
As it just slithers right up into melee with you and tries to caress you with its tentacles. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, the tentacles do 5 points of poison damage,
Ew. Oh,
and I need a con save against poison.
I have resistance to poison, so
That's good. So you take
I
2
only
points of
take
poison
2
damage.
points of damage, and I have advantage on poison. Poison is just a flat roll, isn't it?
Con save.
Oh, it's con. Okay.
Yeah, but it's against poison, so you get that advantage. Ah, yes. So yeah, you can feel the venom coursing through you, but it has no effect. As it then just tries to chomp down on you.
It's the perks of being dead already. Poison
Mhm.
doesn't work on me.
Yep, as it misses the bite.
Okay.
Hebron.
Distance?
10 feet.
Is it? Oh, okay.
It got
Yeah,
closer
okay.
when it slithered up into melee with Giuseppe, but Giuseppe ran off to the side, like into the other tracks.
That's fair. I'll hop off this thing since it's, in the break position.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah. Sword drawn. Start slashing it apart.
Roll to hit.
Is it undead?
No.
Eight points of slashing.
All right.
All I can do it this time.
Yep. Giuseppe, back to you.
So is Hebron in melee with it? It's been
Yes.
melee with me, I know, right?
It is in melee with both you and Hebron.
Oh, good. Well, then that's just fine. I'm kind of liking that because then I can switch weapons to my dagger, and I can stab it with my magical dagger.
Very good. Proceed. Two hits.
2 hits.
Yes.
Is this thing injured or
Yes. It is bloodied.
should I just vaporize it? You think, Gilbert?
I'd say be conservative.
All right.
Just maybe hit
This
it
thing
once.
ain't a fiend or an undead, is it?
Nope.
Okay. $39 points of magical radiant piercing damage.
Okay. As you just stab it, cries, you stab it again, and it falls. You guys are out of initiative.
How was that, Gilbert? I went conservative.
Yeah. No sense blowing all
I
your
bonk it a
smites.
few more times with the hammer just to be sure.
Yeah. Just makes like these squishy dead noises.
In the squonky.
Yeah, so this critter lays dead in between the two tracks. What now?
Hop back on the cart and start riding.
Okay. You still keeping it at 50 feet around?
If we go any faster, do you think it'll inhibit our ability to spot stuff?
Spot? No. React? Yes.
Then we'll continue to go at this nice reactable speed.
Okay.
That way, if something big shows up, we can choose to stop or go faster.
Aha. Okay. So you keep going. Yeah. That is basically what's going on at the moment. You guys are riding this handcart. Another like 5 minutes or so. Occasionally pumping it. And you easily bring it to a stop because you do see something. Or you don't have to bring it to a stop, but you could if you wanted to. As you can see very clearly a like bright blue line. In like there's a like a glowing blue light ahead of you. It appears to be like a section of this rough tunnel that has been actually has masonry worked on it, and you can see like a bright blue glow coming from the parallel surface to you.
Hmm. Seems like something we should check out.
So are you just gonna drive, into it, or?
I think we'll stop and go check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as you stop, which you can easily do at this slow speed, as you approach, you can clearly see that there appears to be like glowing runes set into the floor, the walls, and the ceiling at this this ring, well, square really, because it's like they reinforced the tunnel here with this stone, and then have these glowing blue sigils on the surfaces. The tracks continue down the tunnel past it.
Alright, I'll peek into the passage first.
Yeah. 1 second. I think you're not understanding what I'm saying, so I'm just gonna do a quick sketch for you. It's just one of those things where it's like they give a description and there's no visual help that helped you guys with this. So yeah, so like this is what you're seeing as you come up. You got the natural stone cavern, it's been carved out. Tracks, 2 pairs of tracks, and then there's like this like masonry blocks that have been kind of set up as if to reinforce the carved tunnel that you're in. the tracks in the tunnel continuing on past it, as far as your light and dark vision go.
And they have glowing runes on it.
Yes, and on the surfaces, like the ones where I've indicated, there are like bright blue glowing runes on them.
Hmm. Well, blue is a good color, so unless the party stops me, I think we'll keep going.
Are you walking through, or
Cart.
taking the handcart? Okay. So you guys all just get on the handcart and head into this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as you handcart forward on that nice 50 feet per second, you guys get in between the runes. And are shot forward at an extremely high rate of speed. And I need strength saves from all three of you, as none of you were bracing yourselves.
Damn it. What do we need? A deck save?
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yes, this is. Do you hold on to the cart as it is careening down these tracks at an alarming rate of speed?
Wow.
Okay.
I'd like to think that the cart just disappears from under Grim as he hits the ground straight down.
Yeah, so you guys hit this, and it just, like, the cart is just accelerated, like, as if out of a cannon. Hebron's, holding on with all his might. Grim and Giuseppe go flying off. Grim and Giuseppe, as you hit the ground at this high rate of speed, you basically get some road rash. Taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you just bounce along the tracks.
Can I roll into the? Can I make a dex check to roll into the? I mean, Giuseppe is quite dexterous. Can I make a roll to see if I can survive this without just
Sure.
If you
Make
can't
an acrobatics check.
If you can't survive this, I'm going to be quite amused.
I know, right? Me too. But I mean, I want to give it a shot.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Try your roll. Yeah, your roll is able to dissipate some of that injury. You only take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, cool. God damn it.
So, yeah, you guys come to a stop maybe 100 feet past the blocks. You notice from this side, Giuseppe and Grim, that they're glowing red. Hebron, you're on the cart. The cart is going very, very fast. The tracks and the tunnel just blurring past you. You also realize at this point that you are alone.
How does the braking mechanism work?
Well, it's like you push. It's like a straight pull lever, like you would see like in one of those like old school cartoon Dynamite boxes. You pull up to release the brakes, and you push down or stomp on it to activate the brakes.
Now, is this the kind of braking system that if I try using it at this speed is going to cause this thing to flip?
It does attempt to brake all four wheels at the same time, but they're metal. It's metal shoes on metal wheels, so it's not like car brakes where you've got like composite materials and ceramics. This is just metal on metal, slowing it down.
Activate the brakes.
Okay. So you activate the brakes. Like you push down, horrible screeching sound, sparks are flying. And you're still
My
going.
position telegraphed to the entire dungeon.
Oh yeah, like even Giuseppe and Grim can kind of hear down the tunnel like this echoing screech. But you're going so fast, it's actually hard to keep pressure up on the brakes because the pressure. It's like a it's like a lever action type brake. So there's no springs or anything. The only pressure that applies to the brake is what you're pushing down on that handle with. So, after like a few seconds of this, I'm going to need you to make a strength athletics check just to keep an idea of what your endurance is. Because at this point, the shoes are starting to, glow like slightly. But you hold on for dear life as the shoes start glowing first, like a dull red, and then like a brighter cherry red. The wheels begin to glow. Still, sparks are flying. You're slow. You're very noticeably slowing down, though. The shoes eventually are turning. They go from the cherry red to yellow to white. Eventually, you notice little bits of white starting to be on the wheels, and you do eventually.
If I'm melting this,
You
I'm
are.
gonna take pressure off.
Okay. You let up a little bit. So you're trying to come to a stop without melting the shoes onto the metal wheels?
Correct.
Okay. All right, yeah. So
Braking system turned to slag.
Oh no, that's not what would happen. The shoes would eventually weld themselves to the wheels.
That's worse.
Yes, it is.
No, you're not taking the handcart from me.
Not only that, you're stranded in the middle of this tunnel between, after the.
No, I don't think you would be taken from you. I think you and the handcart would become one.
So, yeah, you let up on some pressure, you push. I mean, you got a 26 on your thought. She can do this. You're letting up on some pressure. You're letting go. You're letting up on some pressure. You're letting go. And as you finally start to bring the cart to a stop, right? Ahead of you, Hebron, off in the distance, you couldn't see it before with all the glowing shoes and the spokes. You can see what looks to be like maybe like the very farthest you can see.
Another one.
A dull red glow. Think like someone holding like a candle very far away down a tunnel. You're seeing emitted light, so it's well beyond like your normal light or vision range.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Also, you're alone on this cart.
And pumping. Going back to the party. Pumping.
Okay.
Pumping.
Are you trying to go faster than 50 feet around?
Pump.
Okay. So yeah, you start going. Giuseppe and Grim. So yeah, Hebron was on that cart. It shot off into the distance. You eventually start to think you could hear squealing sounds. What do you guys do?
Following after him. We're not running though.
Okay. You're just walking. So I have a very important question for you, Grim. The tunnel is there's no walking path in the tunnel. You're either walking on the left tracks or the right tracks as you face there. Which one are you walking along?
Which one were we on? I'd be on the other
left
one.
tracks.
Then I'd be on the right tracks.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, if it went through that thing at that speed, there's a reasonably decent chance there's another thing on the other side that does the same thing.
Okay. So you start walking. Hebron, you're pumping that thing. Are you trying to go as fast as you can, Hebron?
E.
Okay. So yeah, you just keep pumping. You're not going anywhere near as fast as you were before, but you're still going at like the wind, like the air that you're moving through it. The air is static, but you're moving through it at a good enough pace that you got like the wind in your hair. Like,
I should have realized under.
yes,
This is a dwarf mine. Of course, blue would go faster. Orcs think red goes faster. Of course, they pick the opposite.
And So, Giuseppe and Grim, what's your guys' passive perceptions?
19.
Ah, okay. So, about 40 minutes walking along these tracks, Grim, you start to
Not
hear.
that good.
Yeah, okay. No, Grim hears this first. Then 40 minutes after the incident, you guys keep walking. You guys hear what sounds like, the whirring sound of metal wheels on metal track. Off in
Well.
the distance, getting closer.
Do I see him?
No.
Hmm.
Oh, that's right. His helmet is lit.
Mhm. Basically, he has a headlamp on.
Yeah. Okay.
Why
yeah.
I did his helmet? We're in a mine.
Yeah. So you start to hear that, and then off in the distance, you can see a little bit of flickering light. And a few moments later, that resolves like 60 feet away. And you see Hebron on the cart pushing the things as fast as he can. And that cart is hauling ass. It is going 30 miles an hour. A moment later, Hebron, you see the party on the other tracks. What do you do?
I see them on the other tracks.
Yeah, so you're not going to run them down.
Multi-track drifting is what I'll do.
All right, give me an athletics check as you try to like jump like a skateboard ollie, taking this thing onto both tracks.
Fuck it, why not? You said athletics?
Yeah, athletics. You've got the big heavy steel cart that you're trying to jump across now both tracks.
No, I get the reason. I'm just gonna okay. Here we go.
Yeah. You try jumping. The cart is too heavy. Doesn't seem to go. As you just whip right on past the two of them. They are now behind you. Are you continuing to pump furiously?
No. I applied the brake.
Okay. You apply the brake. So, Groover Giuseppe, he just blows right past you, and then you hear behind you, as he starts pushing on the brakes.
I really don't think he should be the one running this thing.
Well, given the fact it requires strength to use and to stop.
So, it doesn't normally require strength to use and to stop. You are trying to stop it from a very high rate of speed.
Exactly. It requires strength to try and confuse. What the fuck?
What? You've never seen a train donut?
No.
Yeah, it's not.
All right. But yeah, I'm trying to get back to the party.
Okay. Yeah, you bring it to a stop. Eventually, you slow down and you bring it back to them.
I was just thinking of this one.
Yeah. The problem is he's already on one track, so you have to like hop over, like hit the rear wheels onto the other track. It's harder than it sounds. So yeah, all right, you guys are stopped in this tunnel. But by the way, even though they're not glowing anymore, Giuseppe and Grim, you can still feel the heat wafting off the brakes. They're still hot. So yeah, you guys are in this tunnel, two tracks, one going Both of them in parallel, going north and south. A slight decline down to the south.
All right, all right. Gather up the party. Let's keep going.
South?
Yeah, the way we were originally going.
Sure. Are you going to go as fast as you can, or?
Yes.
Okay. So you get on that, and you start pumping. Is anyone helping him, or is he doing all this alone?
I sure as fuck ain't.
I mean,
I get
will
exhausted
help him.
picking a pencil up.
I will help him.
Okay. So yeah, you guys keep going. Getting it actually goes a little bit faster this direction because you're on a slight downhill. And yeah, you're going at a pretty good clip. The two of you just working that pump. An hour passes, and I'm going to need a let's call this a con save from Hebron and Giuseppe. Because you guys have been working together, you don't, one pushes, one pulls. You both have advantage on this con save. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are still feeling good. Unless you tell me to stop, I'm just going to keep going, assuming you're going to keep going. So yeah, the cart keeps going. You're pumping. Another hour passes. Another pair of con saves, please.
Still at advantage.
Still at advantage, as long as you're both working the hand cart. Yeah, guys, keep going. Another hour, and I need another pair of con saves. As you can see at the far end of the tunnel ahead of you, a red light that is getting closer.
I think though before we get too close, we'll take a break, rest our limbs.
Okay. So you bring it to a stop, still seeing that red glow off in the distance. The three of you are still fine as you wait there. Are you just taking like a short rest or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you take your short rest. Nothing happens in that hour. But you have had a successful short rest.
I'm gonna spend the hour watching that glow. Does it move at all?
No.
Or is it like a torch on a wall, kind of like it's a fixture?
It is even steadier than a torch on the wall. There is no flicker to it like you would expect from flame.
Okay. Some kind of lantern.
Large furnace.
That would still have a flicker.
Lava.
Wouldn't be bright enough.
Really big Bunsen burner.
A burning handguard.
The sun we found where it sets.
Okay. But yeah, the hour's uneventful. What do you do after the hour?
Continue.
Okay.
How long do we have left in the day?
About 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll press forward a little bit.
Okay. press forward. Yeah, you get it going fast and fast and fast. An hour passes. You guys can clearly see that the red light as you're getting closer is another one of those stone archways, but this one, the runes are glowing red. And beyond, you can see that the two tracks converge into one. There's a switch just on the other side of this stone.
Keep going.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna go right through the archway?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are going full speed, hit that archway, and I need deck saves from all three of you as suddenly the cart is almost standing still. Like, the instant you hit that.
Son of a bitch.
So Hebron once again keeps his feet, and as Giuseppe and Grim like just spending a little bit last of their inertia, go flying forward a bit and just like face plant right in front of the cart, which is now inching forward. Both Giuseppe and Grim take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And the three of you notice as you look behind you, because you notice that the color shifts. That archway, as you look behind you to the north, those runes are glowing blue.
I already know, but I want to throw a pebble through it.
So you throw a pebble through it.
Mhm.
Yeah. You see the pebble, like, just about where you would think it would cross that threshold. Zoom! Pebble's gone.
Oh no. He's discovered Mac rounds.
Okay, onward.
Okay. Well, the single track now keeps going. You notice that the track's a lot less straight than it was when it was a double track. It kind of weaves a little bit back and forth. And as you go south a bit, maybe 20 feet or so, you begin to hear what sounds like water. And eventually, the tracks turn to the left, and you find yourselves on a wooden bridge over a pool of water with a thin little waterfall falling down from up above, where you can see like this large open cavern. And along the edges, you can see where they've carved like a spiraling cut into it, and it looks like the track might like go up and around. You can also see in the below you that the bottom of this large shaft is littered with charred skeletons, like burnt bones. The only sound you hear is the crashing of water and the clackety clack of your handcart as it's going across this wooden bridge. Now we're back to areas where I have images for.
That whole lower space is filled with bodies.
Not like to the point where you can't see that it's ground. But it's littered with them. There's a couple dozen.
Hmm.
And above you, about 60 feet up, a waterfall pours into that pool of water. Sound of crashing water echoing throughout the cave. You can see, very clearly, like where the track to the south kind of starts curving into that spiral cut that goes up. And you can also see what looks like a cavern below heading to the south out of sight, but that's not on your tracks currently. Like you're up above it, so you're looking down at the entrance. That's why you can't see farther into it, to the tunnel to the south.
Do the rest of you get the feeling that, like, we've gone to the wrong part of the dungeon?
I mean, I get the feeling that we may be inside a trap.
This is all downhill, right, Under?
The wooden bridge is the end of the downhill portion. That's flat. The section to the west, you can see that part of the track is declining, and you can see like a spiraling upwards cut where it looks like that might be like where the track then goes off to the east, if you were to follow like the logic of that area.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Okay. So yeah, following that logic, like the tracks continue south. As you get to the switch where it merges, you can see the tracks would continue curving behind you to that wooden trestled area where it like ramps down and ends at the bottom of that pit with those skeletons, or it continues ahead where it looks like it's curving upwards.
Yeah, we'll go that way. We'll go up.
Okay. You can also see as you're going past it, like immediately to the south is a cave heading south at this level, not below level.
Right.
And you want to continue following the tracks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a second to update the map to show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's a break there because they're stacked on top of each other with the spiraling. But that track is continuous to the right. It's heading upwards.
Okay. We'll stop here for just a second.
Okay.
And check out around the corner there.
Ah, okay.
Just a peek.
All right. Are you trying to be stealthy about it or something?
Mister, you have dark vision, yeah?
Yeah.
Look around that corner.
I don't want
Do it.
stealthily. I will sneak up and look around the corner.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Okay. That's good. So you get to that corner, and you can see that it looks like it opens up into a larger cave. Hanging from pegs at the back of this cave are 4 ferocious-looking wooden masks and 4 capes that appear to be daubed bright red. And as you keep looking, you realize that this cave actually is like overlooking like a deeper part of the cave that is actually lower down. Like there's an escarpment that you're on the higher end of. And this is important because in the deeper area, you can see a large pile of gold. and sleeping atop of it, a large, red, scaly, winged lizard with a very draconic-looking shape. But it does not wake up. It does not appear to have noticed your presence yet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I sneak back to the party and let them know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna very quietly go
Is that
back
treasure?
upstairs.
Is that a big pile of treasure?
That is a big pile of treasure. And a dragon. Let's go
Kill
back
the dragon and
upstairs
take
for
the
now.
treasure. No, let's go kill the dragon and take the treasure.
Not right now. We need a plan.
I have a plan. We hit it really, really hard.
So are you going up the spiral or back across the bridge towards the tunnel?
Up the spiral?
Like, are you going forward or back the way you came?
Forward.
Okay. You're not all disembarking and running in there to challenge the dragon?
I wasn't thinking to, no.
Shame.
It's not immediately. Because we need a plan.
Okay. So you start up your hand cart. Starts moving forward, going squeak, 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 squeak. And clickety clack on the tracks. Suddenly seeming louder in your ears. But yeah, as you're spiraling up, you can see as you kind of emerge from the kind of cavern section there, across a short wooden bridge that would go over that southern entrance to the Dragon Cave. And when you're going over that, you get a brief glimpse of what looks like a central stone. That central stone actually continues up, and you can see like some wooden superstructure around it. You can see that the tracks continue spiraling off to the to your left. You're just following the bend around.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're following the bend around. Eventually, when you get to like the 3 o'clock position, you can clearly see there's like a deck that goes out around that central stone. Ahead of you, you can see like there's a split in the tracks where you can keep on the spiral, or there's like a very short stub section with like what looks like an actual mine cart, like an open like hopper, at the end. And there's like a rough stone face, some picks on the ground. Looks like that was like an active mine face.
Did he just die on everybody else, or was it just me?
Well, did
Looks
you
like
guys
you cut out.
did you last hear active mine face?
No, you cut out. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it's like an active mine face there. And as you, I assume you're not going to stop and try to mine.
Ben,
Oh.
what is it?
Is there a pickaxe laying on the ground and a circle on the mining area glowing?
No, there is a pickaxe, but
Oh.
there's no glowing bits.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you come around that area, sorry, trying to load up a quick map for you. Just give me a second. was a good plan to have a spiral.
Hey, Mr. Grimm, you said you had silence prepared, yeah?
But with this party, yeah, I always have silence prepared.
Oh, what does that mean? What the hell does that mean?
Sometimes I like my sleep.
Apparently, Hebron snores.
Well, I mean, Giuseppe doesn't sleep. He just stares at you while you sleep.
Yeah, not being able to hear you breathe while you do that is a lot of comfort.
Well, I mean, I don't technically breathe, so yeah.
But as you're coming around that bend just past that switch, and you're looking into that lit area to the west, you can see some creatures in there. 8 small, red, kind of like dogs walking on their hind legs, but with wings. Kobolds. And one of them kind of just points at you guys and sorry, I probably didn't come there. One of them points at you guys. Do any of you speak Draconic?
Yeah.
No.
Grim, you do?
Yeah.
Yes, you hear him squeak out, "Oh shit, adventurers! Get them!" And you guys should roll initiative.
Poor misguided fools.
Yeah, don't they see I have a fucking little mine cart? I'm gonna go fast.
At them, you're going at them.
Yeah.
Ramming speed.
All right, well, Hebron, what do you do?
Distance to kobolds.
Distance from you on the cart is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet to the one pointing at you yelling.
I cast Pump the Cart.
Okay, that it takes an action.
Alright?
Are you accelerating or maintaining speed?
How far would maintaining speed get me?
60 feet. Or sorry, no, wait, no, that was at the full speed. Never mind. Sorry. You guys were going uphill around the spire. You probably weren't going full speed yet. You didn't have that enough room to accelerate. That would probably get you 20 feet.
Accelerate.
Alright, so I'll pump us forward 20 feet.
Okay.
Would that put us...
That'd put you just on the western side of the bridge. Where you can clearly see is like an underground stream pouring down into that pool below.
Yeah, right there. And then I'll... What's it look like they're armed with?
Where'd my stat block go? Ah, there it is. Not the dragon. The piercing daggers.
Yeah, I'll just do what I've done. I'll handle the piloting. The party can fight.
Okay. Giuseppe, what do you do?
How far are we from the things?
You're 15 feet from the guy that's pointing at you, yelling about adventures in Draconic.
Can I move towards him, or do I have to jump off the handcart if I do that?
Well, you would have to jump off the handcart. It would involve an athletics check to not stumble when you do so, but it does not take an action.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Okay.
Well, hail fire, save matches.
DC is only 12.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Like he's not going that fast. You guys were still like, because you had stopped and you're going uphill on a curve. It's actually slowly accelerate, only slow to accelerate going up this way.
I'm gonna move 5 feet towards him so that I'm 10 feet, and I'm gonna whip him.
Okay. Yeah. So as you run up into 5 feet with him, you can see that there's like a larger room to the north. You can see a torch, some crates and barrels, and like a rough storage room, and 7 more of these guys.
I'm gonna yell out numbers towards the back to the party.
Mm-hmm.
And then whip him.
Okay, roll to hit.
I don't want to get all the way into melee with him yet.
You said you're 5 feet away.
No, I was saying I moved 5 feet. You said I was 15 feet from him.
Ah,
And
sorry.
said
I think you
get
said
off
you
the
moved
cart.
to 5 feet. My bad.
No. I moved 5 feet. Period.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then technically you don't know about all the 7 guys around the corner.
Right. And I think I miss.
One hit. The 14 does hit. All right, yeah, your whip cracks. His head basically just vaporizes. His body hits the ground. You can hear excited, dog-like chattering to the north.
All right. And that's all I can do.
Okay.
I believe... Wait, let me check.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to post this. Like, this is what you guys know about the current area of the spiral that you're in. And these guys are going to come running out of that northern room, intercepting, towards Giuseppe. A couple of them keep going to the south. Let's see. So they got...
Might be right back.
30. Yeah, so 2 of them get to that like southern edge where the that rickety bridge starts. The other 4 left, or sorry, 5 left. They're gonna try to stab the shit out of Giuseppe. He's like right there. And they're going to make ample use of their pack tactics. So what's Giuseppe's AC? Mister? Guess we're waiting for him to get back, because...
Mister! Mister, you rat bastard!
Well, we'll cover the other 2 then. So the other 2 that ran to the south are then going to take the dash action and flap their wings and fly out to that rock in the center, landing on the on the balcony there.
I
Good.
think I heard Mr. speak.
Yep, Mister. So
What's
5
wrong?
of those guys basically run forward and just start stabbing the shit out of you.
How do they have advantage? Oh, pack tactics.
Pack tactics. What's your AC?
20.
All right, so 4 hits.
Fuck.
As they just stab the shit out of you, shanking you 4 times for a total of 21 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
But that is all these guys can do. Grim.
Distance?
So to the ones that have surrounded Giuseppe, they're the closest one is like 5 feet. The farthest one is 10 feet. Then there
Okay.
are 2 to the south that flew to that balcony in the center.
Is there room next to Giuseppe?
No,
Start the lawnmower.
there is not.
Hmm.
Start the lawnmower.
Are any of the ones in melee with Giuseppe injured?
No, they are not.
Okay. If there's a space that I can get to that's adjacent to Giuseppe.
There is not.
No. Like, if I were to kill a kobold.
Yes, if you were to kill a kobold, there would be.
Okay, then I want to attack that kobold with a Sacred Flame. So
Okay.
dex save.
He failed.
Fail.
Yeah, as he bursts into flames and dies.
And then I'd like to go stand next to Giuseppe
Uh-huh.
and turn on the lawnmower. The weasels have come out to play with the kobolds,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would like to start speaking in Draconic to these kobolds about how they're following a false god. That's it for my turn.
So, the ones around you seem more concerned with the fact that you've run into melee with them and that there's these weasels flying about. You do hear a draconic voice call out to the south of you, Grim. And he says, "Oh shit, you're right. I'm gonna go tell him that you said that."
Oh, crap. They're going to get the dragon.
Anything else in your
Who
turn,
the,
Grim?
who the fuck said what now?
So
I let
those
Hebron
two-
know not to worry about melee, and I point down the hallway and go fetch.
So they flew, because they're winged kobolds, to that center rock where that balcony is in that image I posted. And one of those two spoke up when Grim said that, the god you worship is false. And one of them said, I'm going to tell, our god that you said that.
Ah,
So, Hebron, it's your turn.
all right. And Graham, are you saying you don't want me to get them?
No, I'm pointing at them and saying fetch.
Look, just because I wear a fucking hound skull helmet doesn't mean I'm a dog. What's the distance those guys under?
Straight line distance to the guys on the balcony is 25 feet. But that's across open, the open pit. To go back walking, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 65 feet.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna fetch. No. Actually, what's the distance between where we currently are and that rock tied to a rope?
Are you asking for like walking distance or straight line?
Walking.
5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet.
I'll just pull out the short bow. Which kind of bow am I using? Hold on 1 second.
No worries.
Short bow. You're not going to get into melee with us?
You already run into melee? Did you guys get off?
Yes!
Yeah, we're both in melee back to back.
In front of you guys, yeah.
And then there's the two that
Although-
went over there.
Yeah, those two are more important
Yeah.
because these guys are in melee with us. They can't exactly leap. Those guys are free to do whatever the fuck they want. So yeah, shoot at them.
Exactly. So yeah, I shall use the short bow. Which one said they were going to go tattle on us?
Well, you only see once talking. You didn't understand what he said, though. That's what Grim said.
Well, he's definitely tattling. If he speaks a language and I don't know what it is, it must be tattling.
You missed. You hit him.
It took me a second to get used to the pauldrons. All right. $11 points of piercing damage and a strength save versus being knocked prone.
So, yeah, he doesn't need to make that strength save, as the arrow just goes like clean through his chest, and he just like gets knocked backwards, like spaghetti western style, bouncing off that center rock and just face planting on the balcony.
Cool. Action surge. I shoot his partner.
All right, roll to hit. Hit.
Another trip attack.
Doesn't matter, as he also goes flying. That guy. Yeah. So he hits that wall, plop, falls down on top of the balcony there.
All right, so the two flying guys are dead.
Yes, the two that flew out to the center are dead. There's just the 4 remaining winged guys in the weasel field in front of you.
Well, I've got one more attack, so I shoot one of the guys in the weasel field.
Okay, roll to hit. Miss. Anything else?
Unfortunate. That's all.
Okay. Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. How many are still in melee with me?
3. Or sorry, 4. Two hits.
All right. Now, how? I want to ask how many hit points they have,
Not a lot.
because see, I want to.
If you roll the first one's damage, I'll tell you if it kills the guy, and you can declare it you're attacking the second guy with your second attack. If you roll all the damage at once, they're both hitting the same guy. was it just the first attack?
Yeah.
All right, that just splatters that guy. I mean, he's gone.
Now, no.
Yeah, and again, just reducing another one to just chunky salsa.
Okay. And that is all I can do.
Okay.
This poor guy. Or these two poor guys.
All right. Well, these two guys start in the Weasel Field,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe there's a Wisdom save.
With save for half. Neither pass.
Well,
Although, I mean, mathematically, there's a reasonably decent chance they survive. They don't survive.
yeah, as the other two just sort of vaporize in this field. But think like Star Trek beam out sequence, right? Like there's like sparkly bits in the air. That's all that remains of them. All right, but you guys are not out of initiative yet. Anything else? Oh wait, no. These guys. These guys are now done. Grim, it is now your turn.
Do I see anybody else?
Well, you have a high pass perception. You don't see any immediate danger except for the fact that the cart's uncontrolled and barreling down towards you and Giuseppe.
Is
guys-
there enough room on both sides of the track for me to push Giuseppe and myself to like the I shove him and use the momentum to throw myself the other direction?
I mean, if you shove him, that doesn't move you. You could just walk with it, like with the shove. And yes, you could shove you and him off the tracks if you want.
Okay. I'll try doing that.
Okay, Giuseppe, are you resisting Grim shoving you off the tracks to avoid the handcart's momentum just carrying it into you guys? Or do you want to sit there and be run over?
Mister.
Sounds like he wants to sit there and be run over.
I'm going to assume he does not want to be run over and let you just shove him off there. Since he's not resisting, there's no contested check or anything. And you guys can clear the tracks.
Mr. President, get down.
Anything else on your turn?
Well, look around and see if there's any more living kobolds.
You don't see any living kobolds in this little storage room to the north. You do see some like crates and barrels, though.
I'll start moving that way.
Okay.
So I'll move my, well, I guess I dove and proned, so I'll move my 15 feet after getting back up.
Sure. That actually gets you like right up next to them.
I see anything?
As you're approaching, they look to be food and water.
Okay.
Like these appear to be like living, like we're set up as like living quarters.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
All right. A DM0. The cart, uncontrolled, Hebron careens forward 15 feet.
You didn't stop the cart, Hebron?
It takes an action to stop the cart. He attacked. Activate using the brake. It requires pushing down with a lot of force. It is an action to use the brake. Fortunately, Giuseppe, I don't know, Mister, if you were listening. Grim, yeah, I think you missed Grim's turn where he grabbed you and pulled you off the tracks so that you don't get run over.
Oh, okay.
It's an important bit there. Vehicles have momentum.
I was standing on the tracks?
Yes, when you
I
jumped
remember.
off to the front to engage the kobolds, you were standing on the tracks.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well,
So Hebron, yeah, it is the start of your turn. You're basically like at that bend, like where it's like right next to the torch. What do? You don't see any kobolds at the moment.
I'm gonna pump forward.
Okay. So you're currently going 15 feet around on the cart. It decelerated because you're on an upward angle.
Right. Party's currently near the torch.
No, the party is behind you 15 feet, like looking through the kobold living quarters. They are 5, 10, 15, 25 feet away from you.
Yeah, we stopped.
We're talking. I'm by the torch over at like 10 o'clock, right?
Hang on. Let me show you this. Okay, so the box with the little squiggle on it, that's the hand cart's position. The J and G are Giuseppe and Grim. You are on the hand cart, Hebron.
I will brake and stop the cart.
Okay. Yeah, at this low speed, you can basically apply the brake using your whole action, and it stops. Okay. Then in that case, I think we can say you guys are out. Oh, wait, no, we can't. Never mind. Giuseppe, is there anything you do on your turn? Mister?
Go over and help Grim.
Okay. Yeah. So you're, it looks like these are like there's like dwarven like writing on it. Do you speak Dwarvish? On these crates? You guys hear me?
I don't speak.
I hear you.
Okay. So you don't speak Dwarvish. Sorry. Yeah, these look like beat up mining crates, like they were using for like storage and stuff. And you can see that the kobolds seem to have repurposed them for storing their foodstuffs. There's a few like nests on the ground. The barrels you can see very clearly are also like repurposed dwarvish mine barrels with water in them. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, that's it. I'm good.
These guys. And so you're sitting there, and that's you hear like the creaking of wood as you hear what sounds like stumbling, shambling steps. Like walking across that wooden bridge to the east by the waterfall. And in fact, you guys will have to make. Let's see, what is there? That's yeah. We'll do that then. Oh no. So you guys hear like wood creak, some steps, followed by a splash. Grim?
Yep.
It's your turn.
Which direction did that noise come from?
From your position southeast, like that wooden bridge that went over the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it came from.
Okay. Well, I'll go down and to the left to look towards the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, you go to the tracks, you look at the bridge, and you can very clearly see this kobold stumbling almost drunkenly like along, like keeps tripping on like every other railroad tie. with a big arrow that you recognize as one of Hebron's just sticking out of its chest.
Does it look alive?
Well, it looks rather unalive, if you catch my meaning.
Mm-hmm. Dex save. Within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
Yep, Sacred Flame. One second. I'm in the kitchen. It does not pass. So it takes all of 4 radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, like it hits it. It does some damage, but it's still standing there, trying to stumble towards you. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. The cart doesn't move. It's been braked. Hebron.
Do I see the zombie?
No, because you're just around that bend. You don't have line of sight.
All right, I'll hop out of the cart and get a line of sight on the winged ones I shot.
Are you? It doesn't take an action to do this, but are you like setting the brake so it doesn't let go when you let go?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you set the brake. You hop off the cart behind it. Yeah, and then you can look across this bridge and see like 30 feet away this zombified winged kobold, very reminiscent of the ones you shot at the center of the pillar.
Pew.
Rolled hit. Hit.
Oh well. Oh wait, 2 attacks.
That hit.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you heard some more. Would you like to use your second attack? That also hits. It's looking really, really bad. Near re-death, you might say.
Alrighty.
Is that all?
Yep.
Giuseppe.
I'm not sure what we can do. Just continue to search for things, I guess.
Okay, give me an
Ain't nothing
investigation
showed
check
up.
then.
Ain't nothing showed up, has they?
Mister, pay attention.
I'm sorry.
You watch the Grim walk around the corner and cast the spell.
Okay. What'd you cast?
The one that makes things go on fire.
Oh God. Okay, so I follow Grim around the corner and see what the commotion was.
Yeah, there's like this nearly re-dead, zombified kobold stumbling along the tracks towards you guys.
Ew. How far is it?
From that position would be 5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Uh, I'm gonna shoot it with a bow.
Roll to hit.
Shoot it with my bow.
Hit.
Eight points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. So it takes your damage, and it's still stumbling forward. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, it's going to try to stumble forward all the way up to Grim, who's the closest.
Who's still concentrating on Spirit Guardians?
Oh, that's right. You would be. Yeah. Hang on. So it's got to make a whiz save.
Indeed.
It's just gonna walk right into that.
I don't think that passes.
It does not.
Level
As
more radiant.
yeah, as he just sort of vaporizes, he enters the weasel field. Now you guys are out of initiative.
Okay. Oh, I guess back on the cart and away we go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've technically already completed our quest.
What do you mean?
Figure out why the mine's gone quiet. I put 20 gold on the fact that it's probably the dragon.
Yeah, but we didn't take the adamantine. We have to get paid with our adamantine. But we'll get to the surface, rest, and then just speed the cart back down past the dragon. Go zippity doo dah back to the forge.
Okay.
But we'll keep going up for now.
Yeah, you keep going up. So, as you're hand carting up past the big rock, you can see very clearly that there is a like a cave to the south that you're approaching, where that torch was at the southern end of it. And as you approach it, you can see it's like a tunnel that heads off to the west. Ahead of you, you can see there's another tunnel to the southeast. Though that one looks like they've put up a barricade. Are you ignoring the tunnels or stopping to look?
Stopping to look.
Okay. Yeah, so you can very clearly see, like, at first, like, the first one you come to looks like it just runs off to the west. The second larger one with what looks like a menacingly, like, laid out spiked barricade facing you. Beyond, you can see what looks like a large fire, more supplies, and some steps heading upwards. Bear in mind, the cart track does continue to spiral up from here.
Hop out and check out past the barricade.
So you're hopping out to check out the barricade?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, it appears to be like kind of a not hastily made, but rather hastily moved into position, like they had this ready. In fact, it looks like it could even be thrust forward onto the tracks if they were to give it a good push. Though, of course, you don't see anybody to push it.
I push it out of the way. Check out the room beyond.
Okay. Yeah, a fire smolders in a pit in the middle of the chamber. Lizards, bats, and quippers slowly roasting on sticks propped up against it. The fire illuminates this large cave, which looks like it's well lived in, though there's no evidence of any occupants. To the east, you can see a large area carved out. And to the west, another set of fires burning, with more stuff there.
All right, search and clear the room.
Give me an investigation check as you start searching the room.
Guidance.
Yep.
Right. I'll just give you the updated map then. This is the area you searched. And for the most part, it looks like it's mostly like food bits. Nothing really much of value. Just a few bits of like metal, glass, artworks that all told would be worth about 10 gold. But there's nothing that like really like looks like treasure here.
More curious at how old the fire is. You said it was smoldering.
It is smoldering. Smoke still wafting from it.
We killed the people using it.
Why was the barricade in place?
Because they put it there. They can fly past it. Because there's currently no one in here. That's the
I'm more
vibe I
curious
got, at
about the
least.
fact that the food is lizard.
I mean, chimps eat bush babies.
Okay.
I mean, we don't see anything else here, do we?
Just those steps heading upwards, but yeah, it appears to be mostly foodstuffs. That barricade. You don't see any like litters where people would be sleeping. But you don't see any of that. You don't see any treasure. You don't see any weapons or armor.
All right.
And the other
Guys,
thing
like-
is the kobolds, like, there was sleeping spots at that other little shoot off.
So that area to the shoot off to the north. Let me clarify this because I guess you would notice this. There were 8 sleeping spots in that area to the north. There are 30 sleeping spots here.
All right, guys, I got an idea. You two head up the stairs. I'll head up the cartway.
Why? It doesn't
So-
benefit us to split.
Given the design of this place, I have a feeling that these spots are just going to kind of parallel each other.
Okay.
And so
if they're going to end up in the same spot, we can go up together on the cart and then come back down the stairs to confirm instead of splitting without actually having the map.
I mean, we can just look up the side. But okay.
Just tactically not beneficial to split the party when we know we're in hostile territory.
Well, what I'm getting at here, Ruffles, is under what's the incline of this cart path versus the incline of the stairs?
The stairs are steeper.
Okay, sounds like they get like a vantage point to reveal a trap position. I'm saying you guys head up that way, get the overwatch while I bring the cart up. Given how this place is structured. With all of its stuff, being openings overhanging a large central pit with a cart track going around it. I'm saying I don't think we're splitting the party here, like beyond a couple dozen feet. No comment. I'm just hearing silence.
Okay.
I've already made my comment. I don't see any tactical advantage to splitting the party, even if it's only for a few feet.
All right, then pick a route.
I already said we go up on the cart together. If the cart circles up around and the stairs are up there, we could just look down the stairs and say, hey, look.
Yeah.
What's the point of us going up separate, possibly getting
Ruffles,
ambushed? Neither of
Ruffles.
us are stealthy.
Ruffles. When you make a point, it's best to, actually respond after anything. Otherwise, everyone sits in silence. All right, so we head up with the cart.
Okay. You head up with the cart. So as the cart emerges, you can see there's a small little area off to the right with a couple more boxes and barrels. A switch, another mine cart, looks to be at an active phase. And it continues to spiral upward. In this area, you can see that there looks to be like a wooden bridge going to and around and then past the central pillar. Two offshoots to the northeast and the northwest also appear to be at this level, as well as it looks like it wraps around, and then there's like a large rickety wood like bridge structure before it looks to go south instead of continuing upwards. This looks to be like the top level, like you were at the roof.
Alrighty.
So this is what you see as you guys get up there. And does anybody have a passive perception higher than 19?
No, I have the highest.
Okay. Well, that's when the kobolds stand up on the bridge with their slings and begin pelting you guys with rocks. You do have the weapon of warning, so you're not surprised, but you do need to roll initiative.
Does that thing provide a bonus to the initiative, or am I thinking of a different feature?
Just for the person attuned to it.
Gotcha.
I get advantage, but everybody else just gets no surprise.
Which is useful, otherwise it would be surprised. Because they were stealthy little fuckers.
Ah, yes. Heavy armor master versus the sling.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Did we have moonlight last night? Or stars?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot to ask that. I apologize.
No worries.
Because that would have changed what I had prepared.
Mhm.
Although it does not really affect the last fight.
Indeed. Mr. You roll initiative?
Yeah.
Alright. Grim. What do?
Distance?
Linearly or like as you would have to walk?
From me to a point that I can see that encompasses all of them in a 20-foot radius sphere.
20-foot radius.
I think that's fireball, right?
That is,
Well,
that is fireball.
alright,
Yeah, I'm just mapping it out because they basically are on that bridge covering the whole length of it.
Mhm.
So, let's see. You would be able to catch Let's see. There's 20 of them. You'd be able to catch about 16 of them in that fireball.
And then obviously I'd want to get the side that's closer to us, knowing,
Yes.
that they're wielding slings, and range on slings is kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, dex save.
Okay. What's the DC? Let me ask that.
17.
I
Well,
was really hoping it would tell me how many were above that.
17, so.
4. Yeah, but they have a +2, so I lowered the DC by 2.
Oh, gotcha.
So again, I was hoping it would tell me how many rolls were above that. But it didn't. Let's see. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 that pass for half. Roll your fireball damage.
I don't have it on my sheet. It's 8d6, 68. I was
8d6.
So I don't think anybody survived that.
Yeah. So, those 16 guys. There is currently one near dead survivor in that center bump out area. The other 15 are burned.
Never go into a strange dungeon without the wizard's exit strategy.
Dimension door?
3rd level exit strategy. Don't have 4th level spells.
All right. Anything else in your turn? I'm going to assume that means you don't. Hebron.
I see no reason to stop pumping.
Okay. Would you like to accelerate or keep the same speed?
Accelerate.
Okay. So you go 25 feet along the tracks. Kind of, let's see. So that would put you at 10, 15, 20. So you're like just past that first switch where it turns off to the minecart. Anything else?
So we're at 3 o'clock.
3:30. Like just past that switch with the minecart.
Okay.
Like you're not directly at 3. That's why. All right.
Yeah,
That's all.
I gotcha. Yep, that's all.
Okay. Well, let's see. So we got this guy who's near death, and then these 8 guys. Well, the guy who's near death. Is going to throw what looks to be a cage at you guys. And the cage is going to hit the ground in front of you as a skunk starts out, spraying musk everywhere. And I need the 3 of you to make Constitution saving throws.
I love skunks.
Not this one. This one's scared, pissed off, and was just thrown through the air. It is spraying everything.
That doesn't change my love of the skunk.
Giuseppe.
Yes, my turn.
No, con save.
I don't want to. Okay.
Against versus skunk.
Versus what?
Skunk.
The smell?
The spray. A skunk was released right in front of you and is spraying everything. It's really, really potent. Make a con save, or start retching.
Okay. Again. Okay. I think a skunk would lose its potency if you couldn't actually breathe.
But you can breathe. You just can choose not to. You have
Right.
the faculties for smelling.
Yeah, I have a nose, but I don't
Right.
use it.
Yeah,
Still gets up in there.
on
yeah.
my
The
face.
air is still passively going to go up in there. This is a skunk that is just spraying every which way, and it smells fucking terrible. It smells worse than a dead body. As Giuseppe starts like gagging on the smell of live skunk.
I'm just picturing the thing like just landing spray gland first right in his face.
Pretty
That's how it
much.
got up there.
This guy is then going to start moving south into the burned section of where all the dead guys are. The other ones are going to start slinging. And we'll do them as two groups. The first group targeting Grim, the second group targeting Giuseppe. So first we'll do against Grim. I don't think any of those hit you.
Those wouldn't hit me if I wasn't wearing armor.
And then against Giuseppe, I don't think a 13 hits Giuseppe.
Negative.
All right, Giuseppe, you've been skunked. As a result, you are unable to take actions, and you get to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you're gagging for a little bit there. You just wipe the skunk away. It skitters off into who knows where. Probably going to be eaten by something. But yeah, at the end of your turn, you're
Aw,
good to go
man.
again. Only delayed you a turn. Grim.
How many are there?
Well, there were the 4 on like the northern section of the bridge slinging rocks at you. And then the guy who threw the skunk had moved on to that southern section where you had already previously fireballed.
So the unattended bridge was on fire.
The bridge is terrain, not an object. It's smoldering. It isn't on fire.
Okay.
There was a waterfall in this cave. This isn't like dry tinder.
Well, it was that guy that's by himself, within 60 feet.
Yes.
Dex save, Sacred Flame.
Okay. Does he live? Maybe. What's your DC?
He passes. 17.
Oh, yeah, he dodges yours.
Well, let's send the hammer up to bonk him then.
Roll to hit. Yeah, that hits him. And he dies.
That's it.
That's it. All right, Hebron.
Well, sad to see the skunk go. But how many of the little cobalt shits can I see?
You can currently see 8.
Distance?
The closest one, straight line, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 25 feet to the closest one. And like 40 feet to the farthest one. They're on a bridge, though, that's actually at a higher elevation than you. There is no
Right.
known walkable path to them.
I'll pump the cart.
Okay. You accelerating?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 30 feet this round. Yeah, as you basically pump it almost to the end of that first rickety bridge, I think like the 1 o'clock position. You do blow past a cavern heading off to the northeast. Anything else in your turn?
This would be like what, at 1 or 2 o'clock?
You're at like 1 o'clock.
No, we're a little past 11. You got a clock in front of you, don't you?
Yeah, you
I'm
guys are.
sorry,
You guys
where
are
am I
at,
again?
You are at the red dot.
All right. Well, that's on the cart. How much distance between us and the ledge there?
That's a good question. Let's see. Let's see. So that'd be 30 feet. You'd probably be there about call it 25 feet.
25 feet up?
Well, it's 30 feet from the floor at the track to the top of that like carve out area. So I would imagine that the handcar adds about 5 feet of height to your effective reach. So
All right. Let's see. That's the action to get there. Fuck! I still need to get a new grappling hook. Yeah, that's all I got for now.
oh, there's the elevation marker. Aha, 50 feet. It's 50 feet up off the track.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so
All right.
it's still like 45 feet above
God damn, that's some elevation.
you. Mm-hmm. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do for now.
Okay. Well, let's see. We got the sling guys. See, and they're all targeting Grim.
Okay.
I see. They're discriminating against the heavily
What's
armored.
Grim's AC?
18, so both 19s hit.
All right, it's 2 hits with the sling. For a total of 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh. Ow. So painful.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's worth noting at this point, you know those dead kobolds? They've stood back up, Grim.
Excellent. It's a problem for the other kobolds.
And Giuseppe.
My turn.
Your turn. What do?
How many are left?
So, on the bridge, like right in front and above you, there's 8 kobolds with slings shooting rocks down at Grim. They hit him a couple of times.
Yeah. How far are they?
All the kobolds that had been killed by that fireball have since stood back up there.
Oh no. Wait. That means they're gonna start killing the other ones up there. Because zombies just kill. These things just kill. Okay. But how many can I see from where I'm at? I mean, how far away are they? That's what I'm.
So the 8 with the slings are the closest ones. They're they're like right in front and above you. Straight line distance is about 50 feet. They're about 10 feet forward and 45 feet up.
I'm gonna start shooting with arrows.
All right, roll to hit. Hit. One dead.
One dead. And we still on the cart, right? We're still moving
Yes.
the hand cart thingy. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm done.
Okay. Let's see. Zombies. The zombies charge the kobolds. Just moving around there. Those kobolds, you can hear Grim are freaking the fuck out. Let's see. 3 of the zombies are going to get into killing range. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Those 2 kobolds are looking badly hurt, but they are not dead yet. Grim.
Were they all clustered up?
They are now. They've all clustered up on that northern part.
We're not quite sure how to get to the bridge.
You have not seen a direct connection to there now. Looks like it's got elements that go north and south.
I have a feeling it might be the passage we just went past.
I will. Yeah, let's see. I'll just Sacred Flame, the healthiest looking non-zombie kobold.
Oh, okay.
If there's multiple, whatever one's closest.
No, that one failed.
Pew.
And it's dead.
That's it for me.
Okay. Hebron.
Well, you guys want me to keep pumping?
No reason not to.
Pump, pump. Accelerating.
All right, so you go 35 feet. Ending at effectively like the 11 o'clock position. And just as you're passing it, you can see to the north of you is a set of stairs that head upwards and curve to the west. You can also see to the south, as you're approaching this rickety wooden bridge, that it appears to lead to the surface. There is an exit there, and you can see, well, you can see sky. It looks like the stars are starting to come out. It's late in the day.
All right.
Yeah, so just for reference, here's what you're looking at. You are the red dot still. All right, anything else in your turn?
No.
All right. Well, these kobolds are now going to start fighting for their lives because the zombies are attacking. You guys, yeah, you guys have fucked off. You're not their concern anymore.
You cut out.
Can I use reaction summon popcorn?
I said that up on the bridge, you can see that the remaining kobolds are engaging the zombified kobolds in a ferocious melee. They appear to have disregarded you, as the zombies appear to be the more immediate threat. They start shredding. All right, so that's so one zombie has been destroyed. Giuseppe.
My turn. How many?
Aye.
How far are the things away from me now? Or is it
The closest enemies you can see are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 45 up. Well, really 40 up because you guys are going up. Call it 55 feet, straight line.
Okay. Are they zombies or actual kobolds? I think the kobolds are fighting zombies now,
The
right?
kobolds are fighting the zombies. You can get either. There's like the front line between them is 55 feet away. So there's like a kobold at 55 feet and a zombie at 55 feet.
So we're moving away from them on the card, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot a kobold to power up the zombies, give them more of them. 'Cause
Okay.
I believe these zombies are gonna run amok down here.
Yeah.
I mean, until they run into the dragon room and get killed. But you know,
Dead kobold.
oh no, another zombie to the fight.
Mhm.
I'm done.
All right. Yeah. As that guy stands back up, and the zombies surge. Let's see. So more of them get into melee. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Those all hit. As they just tear the remaining kobolds apart.
Oh no.
Yeah. So there's these like 19 zombified kobolds up on that bridge. There's still a couple that haven't made their attacks, and they're gonna see you guys moving. And these guys are not particularly intelligent. Two of them think they can make it and leap from the bridge at you guys. They do not have 55 feet of jump speed. They plummet out of sight. They forgot to aim for the bushes. Grim. Grim.
Sorry, I thought I had my mic down. So all that's left is zombies,
Yes.
and we're heading towards them.
No, you're heading away from them. They're on the northern section of that bridge. You are heading currently south on the rails off to the west.
Oh, I was looking at the fucking spiral backwards. I was thinking that it ended on the bridge,
No.
not came out from underneath the bridge. Now I understand.
Yeah,
We're
went
going
under the bridge.
counterclockwise.
Yes, you are.
Okay. In that case, I'll just actually, I will use a scroll on myself of Cure Wounds. Because I got pretty decently fucked up between the falling off the minecart and shit.
Yeah, it turns out falling on vehicles is dangerous.
Well, especially when they're going mock fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me. Yeah, just action cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Believe it or not, the first version of that that the Dwarven Wizards came up with, they had a problem with it breaking the sound barrier. They had to tune it to not hit the sound barrier. All right, and is that all you do on your turn, Grim?
Yes.
All right, Hebron.
Pumping, pumping.
All right, are you accelerating?
Oh, yeah.
All right, 40 feet this round. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet. So that basically puts you at like the 7 o'clock position. You're like halfway along that rickety, or just like 2/3 of the way along that rickety wooden bit. You will probably hit the, if you keep accelerating, you'll probably hit the end next turn. Anything else?
Nay.
All right. These guys, they're all dead. Giuseppe.
All right, what do we see? We done got far enough away that we can't fight them.
I mean, maybe. Depends how long your range is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They're about, like, the closest ones are like 65, 70 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'll shoot again. Why not?
Okay. At a zombie?
If there's only, well, I miss anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's only zombies left. But yeah, your arrow just goes wide. It's gone.
Yeah, all right. That's good.
All right. The zombies. They start like kind of like forming like a group, and they're like following you. Like they're like, imagine a like a really crappy NPC trying to like do like shortest distance to you guys, but they're like they can't path to you, so they're just trying to get as close as they can following that bridge. You know, so they're getting closer. And there's probably some more dumb ones. Three more of them think that you're close enough that they can make it and leap from the bridge. And they don't, in fact, have the jump range to meet it and fall away into nothingness. Yeah. They've suffered 25% casualties just from idiots jumping to their death. And Grim. So they're now on like the burnt section of the bridge.
Suddenly in the mood for pastry. I don't know why. Like a lemon flavored pastry for these fucking lemmings. Dex save, nearest one. Nope.
Indeed. All right, that one's hurt slightly.
Mini fireball.
Anything
That's
else? All right. Hebron?
Well, I'm going to pump, but not accelerating.
Oh, okay. So you're there. So you're going to just go your 40. I think it was 40 feet last time. All right. That puts you just before you hit the cart, like the end of the rail.
Alrighty.
Are you sure you don't want to decelerate?
Yeah, I suppose I'll decelerate.
Like I mean, you don't have to.
Right,
next
right.
turn,
But
you're decelerating whether you want to or not.
Exactly. now that I kind of have a better understanding of exactly I'd be decelerating this round.
Okay. So you're trying to stop like as you reach the minecart?
Exactly.
Okay, you can do that. Yeah, you're like feathering the brake as you're like just reaching up there, screeching sounds. And yeah, you guys come to a stop just behind that minecart. And hey, you can see down a tunnel to the northeast. Turns out you do know, in fact, how to get onto the bridge now. You can also see that there's a couple buildings up here. And this terrain looks very different from the previous terrain you were in. Like, it's at a much lower elevation. So here's updated map. You guys are basically at where that minecart is. All right. Anything else on your turn, Hebron?
No.
All right. They're all dead. Giuseppe.
I mean, we can still see them, or
You cannot currently see them because there's that big block of stone in the way, like the cavern. But you can clearly see this tunnel would connect you to that bridge. And you can hear them coming.
well, then will we still move? Are they okay? I'm gonna prepare myself to shoot one if it comes out.
Okay, yeah, if it comes around that bend, you're going to have 5, 10, 15. You're going to be 20 feet away when you see it.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, on their turn. That burned-looking one that Grim hit comes right around that corner. Giuseppe, you had that ready to action. Hit. All right. It is looking to be near death.
Okay.
As you can just see, it and like this conga line of like 14 other zombies behind it. They are dashing forward. It ends its turn 15 feet away from you, Giuseppe.
Okay.
15 feet away from everyone, actually. Grim.
Okay.
15 feet, you say?
I do so say.
Oh, then I would like to call forth the weasels and walk forward 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, that would put like 3 of these guys in it.
Yep, but still not till
Not till the start of their turn.
yeah, start of their turn. That's
Anything else?
yep. Let's see. No.
Okay. Hebron.
All right. I want to put us in park.
Item interaction. It's all you need for that.
Mm-hmm. All right. We are park. Up at the top there. Since Grim is currently, as I understand, camping the narrow passageway, I'll step outside and make sure we're not going to have any problems out here. I'll
Okay.
use my action to equip my shield.
Sure. Yeah, you step out there. You can see there's a couple of buildings. One to the west, one to the east. The one to the west has walls made of closely fitted stone with large windows and a wide, overhanging tile roof, now overgrown with vines and creepers. To the east is a building made from close-fitted stone with a tile roof but no windows. Portions of the wall are crumbling where tree roots are pushing the stones apart. Gouges and scars show where someone tried to hack through the heavy door with axes, but gave up after making little headway. But otherwise, you don't see anything. You are definitely at like a lower elevation, given like the plant life here, than you were when you entered Harakhamar before.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay. These are all dead. Giuseppe.
How far are they? They still coming in the line, or we move on? Or...
Nope. You haven't moved. So they are. The closest one is 15 feet away. It's near death. There's then one at 20 feet and one at 25. Oh, one other thing, Hebron. To the to like the northeast of you, like following up the mountain to the top, you can see like billowing smoke from what appears to be an active volcano that you're like at the base of.
Alrighty.
All right, that hits him. Does all that. And it is still alive. Anything else?
No.
All right. Let's see. These three start their turn in the thingy.
With save?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Roll damage for all three. Okay.
15.
So that one in front is vaporized, which is the one that was near death that Giuseppe just shot. The other two appear to now be near death, but are still hanging in there. Let's see. So we'll handle those two first. They are going to. Oh, that's right. It also makes them at half speed, so for these guys are so slow anyway. They're going to take the dash action and run into melee with you, Grim.
Okay.
And then 5 others come charging into the weasel field behind them, filling the passageway. So 5 more.
Well,
5 more saving throws.
17 is my DC.
Okay.
So that one
Yep.
takes half.
That one takes half. Roll damage for the other set. Okay.
10.
10. Yeah. So it's like, noting my notes 10, 10, 10, 10, 5. All right. That's all zombies can do on their turn. Grim, your turn.
All right.
There are 2 in melee with you. Those are the first 2 that were near death. Behind them, an unending horde. At least it sure looks
and
that way.
for my next trick, as a bonus action, I would like to cast Sanctuary on myself, and as an action, I'd like to dodge.
Okay. Very good.
That's it for me.
All right, Hebron.
No sign of ambushing out here yet. I'll check the buildings.
Which one, east or west?
I believe west is the one closest to the door, yeah?
Yeah.
Or to the cave?
Yeah.
I'll check that one first.
Okay. I'll just double check that. You can visibly see that the door has swollen shut from time and is not operable. There is a window though, so you could climb through the window. Would you just look through the window if that's what you're doing?
Well, I'll take a look.
Sure. You can see the contents, which consists of like tables and cabinets, are rotted and have like vines and creepers kind of growing up into them out of the floor. You can see the bones of small animals and bird droppings inside. It looks like it's been left to rot for a long time.
Alright. I'll walk over and apply the help action to Grim.
Okay.
What can... Me?
Yeah.
I'm dodging with Sanctuary up. What
I know.
What exactly are you helping me with?
We'll find out.
Well, I mean, the help action just means you'd have advantage on your attack, Grim.
Which I won't be making.
I know.
Okay.
I got nothing else to do right now.
Giuseppe?
Don't you have a magical anti-undead sword?
I mean,
Yeah, but it's just kind of fun to watch you pulp these things.
are they still coming?
They're still coming.
I'm going to continue to shoot.
All right. Well, the closest ones are in melee with Grim. They're near
Oh,
death.
there's some in melee? Oh, well then I'm
With
gonna
Grim.
switch. I'm gonna walk over and how far is Grim from me?
He is 5 feet from you. The zombies are 10 feet from you.
Oh, well then I don't have to move. I'll just use my whip.
Okay. Road hit.
2 attacks.
Excellent.
That's the first one. That's radiant and slashing.
All right. Yep, that one is just destroyed.
Forgot these were undead. I wasn't doing enough damage.
Yeah, the undead are somewhat resilient. A little more so than squishy kobolds. Yeah, as that one is also vaporized. So the two in melee with Grim are both destroyed.
And I'm done.
Okay. Well, the 5 zombies start their turn in the weasel field. Here's the weasel field as they start their turn in it.
Yeah.
Not looking good for them,
Yeah.
as all 5
Oof.
are utterly vaporized.
See what I mean? It's just satisfying to watch.
All right, as falling over themselves, dashing into the weasel field are the last 8 of them.
Oh, look, one of them made it.
One of them passed. All right, roll damage.
15 more weasels.
Okay. So, all of them except for that one that passed are all near death.
Okay.
They had to dash to get there. And it is your turn.
I see no reason not to keep dodging. That's it for me.
Hebron.
That one that the one that passed its save.
Uh-huh.
I take personal offense to the fact that it would pass its save. I stab it.
So you're running into the middle of this pack of zombies, because that's in the middle.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Okay. Well, because you will have to push far enough in that the 2 in front will get attacks opportunity against you when you leave their zone of control.
Fuck it. Why not?
Does a 17 hit you?
No.
All right, yeah, you plow your way through them. Roll your hit for the one that you get to. Hit. All right, it is near death. Hit. It's dead.
Which one looks like it's handling being mulched by Grim better out of this crowd?
Out of the remaining ones?
Yeah.
That one in front that took a swing at you. And, like, actually hit your armor. Didn't penetrate it, but it hit your armor.
I shove his ass prone with my shield. Get bullied, nerd.
Okay. To do that, you have to walk over. You have to walk back to the front of the zombies, which should provoke another pair of attacks of opportunity from the 2 in the back that you walked into their zone of control for.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit you?
No. Perfect parry.
That hits. And that one dies. And then you said you're shoving prone, so that's contested athletics.
Yeah. He has to beat a 21.
He did not. He's prone.
I'll just walk back out of the crowd and go stand by Grim again.
Okay. Giuseppe?
All right. How many of them are left? How many
6.
did
All
you
near
beat?
death. In the weasel field.
Oh, well, I'll walk up and stab one of them, I guess.
Okay. Roll to hit.
No, I'm not going to move. I'm just going to swing from where I'm at.
Okay. Still, roll to hit. Two hits.
I'm probably just going to hit one. Unless it kills them, I'll do it one at a time.
All right, we'll do them one at a time.
They're all in melee with what's his name, right?
Only the two you're actually hitting are in melee with Grim. The rest are behind those guys, like it's a column 2x4.
But I'm doing the cleric. No, you can't touch me.
That one is
Except the
destroyed.
first one.
Oh wait, no, there's no radiant there.
No, there's no rating. I'm out of spell slots.
That one dies.
Wait, you're already out of spell slots?
I only have 6.
Yeah, he's been smiting all the undead.
Ah, okay.
And he's also not a full paladin.
That one hits. Oh,
I'm only having
I thought it was
one
damage. Yeah,
level
that
that's
one hit.
off. Okay.
Roll damage.
Well, I know he's not full paladin. If he's full paladin,
Well, that one
we'd
is
be getting
still
more.
alive.
Okay. I'm done. I'm one level off from being a full paladin. Come on now.
Yeah, but
Let
that one
go.
level affects your spell slots.
All right. So these 5 start their turn in the weasel field.
Indeed.
None of them pass.
Can't wait till I can upcast this.
They are all vaporized.
Okay.
They only had 6 hit points. Except for that one. That one had 0.
I mean, that's kind of the point of the weasel
Yeah.
field.
The weasel field is great at choke point holding against undead. Yeah, and so with the final zombies being vaporized, you guys are out of initiative. Standing there at the entrance to this mine.
Well, I'd like to walk across that bridge and make sure that that was the final round of combat, while I still have the weasels up and running. Just make sure everything is dead.
There's like one zombie with a twisted ankle crawling across the ground at us.
One zombie knew how to cast Feign Death.
All right, so you walk across that bridge. Yeah, and you don't see any zombies there. You can see at the back of that area behind the bridge is a corridor heading, like it's a set of stairs curving to the east as they head downward.
Okay. We'll regroup with the party. That's it for me.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much down to first levels, so.
I'm doing fantastic.
But you said this cave goes outside. What time of day is it now? It's been a while.
Night. Night has just fallen. You spent the whole day getting here and fighting your way out. So, what would you guys like to do?
Check out the other building.
Okay. That's
Go
building.
to sleep.
Well, yeah, we got to check out that building first, though.
Yeah, so that's the building with no windows, a tile roof. Portions of the stone wall are crumbling where tree roots are pushing the stones apart. and gouges and scars show where someone tried to hack through the heavy wooden door with an axe, but gave up at some point.
Cast Sacred Flame on the door.
Was that a statement of what you're doing or a question?
Yeah, I said I just cast Sacred Flame on the door.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you a few minutes, but eventually you're able just to burn the door down, revealing the inside, which you can see has dozens of crates and barrels, several of which have been toppled over by tree roots growing beneath them. Rotten food and stale water is evident. You can also see what appears to be tools for mining, stoneworking, and ironworking, such as like shovels, lanterns, candles, helmets, gloves, spare wheels, axles, spare brakes for hand carts, grease, thick rope, tar, brushes, brooms, and so forth. It appears to be like a mine supply shed.
That's clearly from the tree roots. Been untouched for a little minute.
We should stay here for the night.
Well, just slide some crates in front of the door. Heavier the better.
Like
I kinda burned the
the
door down.
15-foot wide opening into the mine?
Hmm?
The 15-foot
No.
wide opening into the mine?
This place that I burned the door down on.
Oh, you want to sleep inside the building?
Yeah.
Ah,
I
okay.
don't know. I kind of like the idea of just like we'll shove the whole building into the opening. That'll keep that dragon in.
Just fucking Popeye it, pull it up from the foundation, slide it over.
Exactly.
You know,
How
I think I
much-
do have some dried spinach rations.
I'll say, and how much spinach have you consumed this morning?
Nothing like a goofy decimal point misplacement to spawn an entire genre of cartoon.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Wait, hold on. What?
Popeye was created because when they were measuring the iron content in spinach, somebody moved the decimal place to the wrong spot when they were doing the calculations. Because, this is back in the 60s.
Yeah.
They're not actually even older than that. I don't remember how
Yeah,
old Popeye's like early
like 30s.
1900s. But yeah, when they were doing the calculations for figuring out the iron content of spinach, somebody put a decimal place in the wrong point. So it was like 1,000 times more spinach than it was supposed to actually have. Or iron in spinach.
You know what
And
the
so-
really funny part about that is? It's not that decimal place and like makes people strong. They didn't find this out till like 30 years later. It's the wrong kind of iron. Our bodies actually can't metabolize it.
Yeah.
Really?
Like it's not even the iron that would make us stronger. It wouldn't be something that would fortify your muscles. It's literally a different makeup of iron. But because of the testing and everything like that, so they just assumed it was holy fuck. Eating spinach will make you real strong.
My whole life is a lie.
I mean, most plants contain multiple forms of chemicals, so it has some iron that you can metabolize, but the vast majority of it you can't. It will just pass through.
My life is a lie.
It's still tasty and still nutritious, so you should still eat it.
I know. Oh yeah, no, I fully intend to. I cannot stand lettuce. If it
Yeah,
calls
so
for
that's-
lettuce,
that's
I
where
put spinach in
that
instead.
joke made, or that joke that I just made that Under and I laughed at came from. It's literally a misplaced decimal place and the wrong chemical composition. But the misplaced decimal place is where it originated because they're like, fuck, this has a shit ton of iron in it. Somebody should make a cartoon about that, I guess.
Well,
And that's why he gets really strong when he eats a whole can of spinach.
I never knew that part.
Did you think the spinach was like an arbitrary, fuck it, let's make spinach cool?
Given the fact that Kellogg apparently wanted to make food that was so fucking bland it would get rid of masturbation. Yes, I fully expected some weird shit like that out of that time period.
I do appreciate that in like almost every Popeye cartoon, he gets the spinach out of the can in some vaguely different way. It's never the same way twice.
And it's never just opening it.
I think he did that like in one of the episodes. He does use a can opener, but every other time he's like rips it open and just like crushes it into his mouth.
Yeah, the squeezing it like a tube of toothpaste is my personal favorite. It's just like I have held a can of canned goods.
I
You would
certainly
need to
hope
be as
so.
strong as Popeye to squeeze that thing to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Now, to be fair, the modern cans have the reinforced ribbing and the
Mhm.
waviness of it.
Mm.
If you
True,
make
older
cans
cans.
super cheaply, like and especially like military ration cans, they might be flimsy enough to where you could squeeze it feasibly with your hand. 'Cause it
Yeah,
won't have those
especially if you go back to
reinforcing-
the thinner material that they're using during the war.
Yeah, and you have to remember Popeye was like post World War II cartoon, so all those
Mhm.
canned goods are all referencing like the older 1940s canning.
I think my personal favorite for all of Popeye's antics is the shipbuilding fight with the other guy, where he eats the nails and shoots them out of his
Right.
mouth like a fucking machine gun to rivet
Yeah.
the ship together. That is the best, just
Hmm.
most uncouth fucking thing.
Regardless, we've gotten
Anyway.
way off topic. So yeah, you guys are outside this mine. You found these two buildings, both apparently abandoned.
Hmm. Yeah, the one with all the stuff in it. We're gonna probably
Okay.
shove some stuff in front of the door I burnt down and call it a night.
All right, yeah. So you pile stuff in front of the door and prepare yourselves for an evening indoors. And I think that is where we will call it this evening.
It's good stuffing.